Happy Tuesday. Welcome back to a brand new video. Today we are back at the chicken coop. I don't know if I showed y'all this in the last video, but we got one wall up and I've got the other wall built behind me there, and I've got them on these concrete blocks here, which worked out pretty nicely. So all I've got to do is dig a hole over on this other side and attach the wall to it, and then we can keep the train rolling. It looks like the rest of the week we're going to have great weather, so there's no reason we shouldn't be able to finish this thing in the next week or so. So y'all stay tuned. Let's get back on this thing. All right, you guys, I'm just going to show you my little setup here. So all I'm doing is just digging a hole, using the tampon bar to compact it, and then I'm filling it with gravel before I put those blocks in. So I'm gonna go get some gravel and we will be back shortly.
All right, welcome back, you guys. Welcome back to a brand new week. Welcome back to a brand new video. I feel like I may have already said that, but today is my real first day back working and filming. This week for me has been a bit of a struggle. Yesterday and the day before, I was really not feeling well, and I was working on our website for the farmhouse kitchen and doing a lot of running around, driving to town and errands and stuff like that. So today I'm finally here at the farm working on the homestead, and I'm doing a really exciting project today. Also, I got Charlie, calm down. Ow! Hey, relax. It's okay. I got an Aussie sandwich. Oh my goodness. I got a new phone. So you guys let me know if you can tell a difference in the video quality. I feel like it's a lot better with colors, so hopefully you guys will enjoy that in the content. But yeah, I am really excited for today. First of all, the sun is coming out and it's supposed to be out for the rest of the week. So I'm really looking forward to some warm weather. I think we may have experienced our last stretch of dreary, freezing cold weather, fingers crossed. But last week I showed you guys me getting in my seed planting mode. I started my seed trays for the garden, some of them, and they're doing really well. I've got sprouts popping up everywhere. Trying not to get overwhelmed with that because I've got a lot more to plant and plan and the garden to work with. And I was debating whether or not I was going to focus on that this week or do something else that has really been on my list to do. And you guys, going with the same theme of kind of just buckling down and focusing on the things that I don't want to do but need to do, because if I don't do them, then they won't get done. So I'm going to be focusing outside in a shed. I'm going to walk over there and show you guys for some storage space, and I'm going to show you guys what is so cool about this shed in particular. That is absolutely priceless. It's priceless to have, and it also ties into the garden. So let me just show you guys what I'm talking about, and we're gonna get to work. Okay guys, so here is the shed right here that we are going to be working on today. And this shed is over 120 years old, I would say. The old farmhouse here was built in 1901. So this shed is really old, but really cool, but it's really dilapidated. It needs some work. You can see it's sitting on an old stone foundation, and the roof has seen better days. It's got some holes, but the siding is missing on a lot of spots, and we got a lot of rot on the bottom. Here's a little peek inside. You guys can see there were 2 lofts, one on each side here, and that one is still standing. I'm not sure the condition of it. On the far side, that loft is still intact. This one right here, you can see these beams that fell down, and a bunch of stuff that was up there fell down with it. So it's pretty dangerous in there, and there's a lot of stuff. And come around to the back side, and you guys can really see how bad a shape this is in. With all the wind and bad storms we've been having, all this roof that was kind of halfway replaced has flown off. So more rot, more damage, and everything has happened to this really withered side here, which has caused the floor to cave in that goes to. This is what is so magical about this shed right here. This is the underground cellar where they used to keep all of their canned goods, you guys. This is so sad. Y'all can see I'm not gonna step in there because it's in such bad shape right now. You can see the floor is literally caving in, but this was the old canning cellar down here that is worth saving. The only way we can save this cellar and utilize it come the end of the season of gardening, the only way we're going to be able to use this is if I clean out all that stuff up in the shed so we can repair the floor, rebuild the shed essentially, and fix the foundation, firm it up again. This is a great usable cellar. There's nothing wrong with this cellar. It needs some structural love on the rocks and obviously a new door and some new shelves in there. And this thing would be, this is worth its weight in gold right here. This is absolutely priceless to store all of our canned goods, potatoes, onions, carrots, all of that stuff. I'm so excited and I can't wait for a big transformation, a before and an after.
All right, you guys, so before I get started installing this new block, I just want to show you what I'm using. So I got a 4x4 bracket that goes in the middle of this block here, like so. And all I'm going to do is take a 1/2-inch bit, masonry bit, drill it down into there, and I'm going to put one of these 1/2-inch concrete bolts in it, and then put my 4x4 on there so I can get my wall perfectly level. Okay.
But yeah, there's also all these beautiful hoses hanging on the outside that looks absolutely terrible. So all of this needs to be addressed, and Andy and I have been having some struggles lately because with all these projects we're trying to do, an improvement we're trying to have over here, decluttering and building things, it's like if you don't have a shed or somewhere to keep your stuff, it's really frustrating because you can't stay organized and you have nowhere to put anything. So this is definitely a priority. The garden is just gonna have to wait till next week. As soon as it starts getting really warm out, the snakes love to hide in here. And I am not gonna be going through it when the snakes are in there. Just peeking in there, I can tell that I need to have a plan here for sorting stuff. So I'm gonna need the trailer and some totes. All right, y'all, the amount of glass jars and jugs, because we have so many here. We've got so many mason jars, so many different glass jars. I feel like we've got enough. These are cool, they're pretty, but I don't really have a use for these, so I'm gonna give these to my mom. This table, kind of remember this table.
Do you remember Dan?
Show the camera what you make me go through. This is disgusting.
Woo!
What is that?
It was on the front porch.
Are you serious? That's
Yeah.
Fish's first mouse that he got from the farmhouse 4 days ago.
Yes.
Ew! Go throw it away. My gosh. I think we need to open up a booth at one of those antique places. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Because look at all these old vintage burlap sacks. I've seen these at antique stores. This one says Southern States Cooperative barley, long barley. Let's see if it's got a date on it. It's still got the tag on there. 1963. Y'all let me know in the comments. This is probably a stupid question, but do you think that they planted barley over here, or do you think that they sold it? You guys, I'm not 100% sure, but I think this is an old pool cue. It looks like an old pool stick.
All right, you guys, so I have got that block set with what I'm guessing is the right measurement for the 4x4. I'm not really sure, but we will find out here shortly. I've got to drag this wall all the way over here, and then I'm gonna go grab Heidi and see if she can help me lift this thing up here and see if everything's good to screw it in. I cannot wait to get this last wall up, y'all. Once we get it up, it's gonna be smooth sailing the rest of the way. So, super pumped. You ready?
Yeah.
All right.
What, forward?
All right, hold up. All right.
Should we scoot it up?
Trying to. Does it need to go towards the coop?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Wow. That's perfect.
Is it?
It's completely flush against the building. Nice.
No sense. Oh. It's dead level.
Woo! That's nice. That's real nice.
It's perfectly level.
That's real nice.
Can you believe that? Thanks. Teamwork, baby.
All right, y'all. I thought this was a pretty cool. I can't possibly show you guys every single thing that I'm pulling out of here, but look at that. You can see through the shed to the other side. But I thought this was awesome. This is a fishing rod, and I almost threw it away because it was like one single piece. And I thought, oh, well, what good is that? One piece of a fishing rod. But it is like a telescopic style, and it's retractable, 3 pieces all in one section. There's no eyes on the rod at all. And it says crappie pole. It's a 10-foot crappie pole, pro striker. So I think we might just keep this thing to go fish down at the pond hopefully soon. And apparently you didn't need any eyes or a reel or anything. You just sling them out of the water. This is just creepy. This looks like an old crib, baby crib. This is the bottom where you could rock it. I've seen a couple of these wooden devices here. I'm gonna save these for my mom as well. Along with this, looks like a giant rolling pin, but it's actually square. You guys, this could be fun. Y'all let me know in the comments if you know what some of this stuff is, because I wasn't around back then, so it's kind of hard for me to envision what that was used for.
All right, you guys, I'm just gonna give you a quick look here, how the walls look. I've got those little stabilizers down there just so the wind doesn't push them around until I get everything tied in together. But finally feel like we're making some progress here after all this bad weather. Now the next thing we're gonna do is make our wall over here, and then we gotta finish the roof. All right, you guys, so this is the final wall going up. We're gonna go clip this thing up, or clamp it up rather, and see if it fits. All of my measurements are completely off of the plans at this point, so I really, really hope this fits properly. Let's go see if we can get it up. Oh no, 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 no. And give you guys a look at how much of a gap there is underneath there to get this thing level. So covering it is going to be quite the adventure here, but looks good.
Got a trailer. Now we're in business. So half of the trailer is going to be for my mom and the other half is going to be for the dump. Alright guys, so my plan is I'm going to try to clear out enough room in there so that I can bring you guys in there with me. If I can just get in there enough. And I think I've almost got it, but you guys will really probably be, inside is going to be really intense. So I'm bringing y'all with me as soon as there's enough room.
All right, you guys, you saw yesterday we got the final wall put up here, and we're about to put the plywood up. Then after the plywood goes up, we get to do the rafters and then put the roof on, and everything else is just going to be kind of cosmetic stuff, some trim work. I'm going to put some stairs here on the bottom because it's got a pretty big gap there, but a lot of progress has happened in the last few days. So let's get this last piece of plywood up. All right, you guys, so we've got to do 2 more panels and hopefully everything will line up. I'm not really sure how it's going to go because I can't follow all the plans anymore because this wall right here was totally custom. So hopefully the next 2 go up and we can move on.
Alright guys, I am in the shed now and I just found something pretty crazy. This is an old pocketbook. It is really, really old. It's just covered in dust. So old. So we're gonna look inside. Oh my gosh, there's something in there. It's a blank piece of paper. It's like a ripped up piece of paper. We're gonna have to go see if this was something that was ripped up that had like a message on it or a picture. Alright guys, unfortunately I can't make anything out of this, but there's a bunch of little pieces of paper. I'm not sure what it says, but it's definitely a timestamp in history. Whatever this woman had in her little purse was a note of some sort that for some reason she ripped up. Alright guys, here's what we're looking like now. Fish is in here. Fish, be careful. This is a disaster. Gotta go through all of this stuff. I have already found quite a few snake skins, but in my mind, I'm just hoping that they are from last year. You get some multicolor printed linen for 89 cents for your kitchen table. Colorful crepe is only 19 cents. A lace bedding set, $5.98 for 7 pieces. Wow. I sure wish the prices were like that now. This was a Sears catalog. Crazy. This board that I'm about to pull off the top here of this big old whiskey barrel or moonshine barrel, whatever it is loaded with old snake skins and other crap. I can't wait to take a look inside that barrel. Look at that. That's what we're dealing with in here. Ugh. Unfortunately, some mold or something has gotten to the bottom of it. A little late in saving this thing, I'm afraid. Maybe it can be restored, but it's pretty sad. This thing is so cool. Look at the wood. I'm gonna get it out of here so we can take a better look. Wow.
This thing is great. This thing goes, I don't know.
Whoa.
It's so rotten.
What is this?
Best thing we can do is get it all out.
What is that?
Could be poisonous.
Oh, that's so creepy. So the whole bottom fell out when Andy was moving it, and there's all this like white, I don't know if it's salt or
If it's a body, what's left?
Chemicals. All right, well that's gonna be its resting place for a little bit till we figure out what in the world to do with the big old barrel. All right, guys, thankfully Andy was able to lift out that massive barrel. There's no way I could have done that by myself, but now this area is open to be able to get over there to clean all of this other stuff out. This is really overwhelming, I'm not gonna lie. And it's the mystery substances and the creepy crawlies. I should really probably have a mask on and some eye protection, but I'm gonna keep going and see what we can get done today because I have no other option. Like, you guys can see how this is not a project that you really want to try to do when the snakes are out. It's a shame. This was super duper cool old crate. What did it say? Florida oranges and grapefruits. But the inside, pretty nasty. All right, you guys, I'm gonna try to get this little barrel out of here. Looks like it's got a random pitchfork. Get it out. It's a pretty cool old barrel. Maybe we can clean it up and get some fresh metal rings to go around it and put a top on it, and this would be a pretty cool little porch table or something like that. Hey guys, I know this is getting kind of boring, and honestly, oh my gosh, here's another snake skin. This is definitely some good wood here. Look at this mess. There's no better example of you gotta make a mess to clean up a mess. Look at this. All right, guys, I think that is it for me for day one. Still got to load a bunch of the stuff up on the trailer, as well as burn a bunch of the scrap rotten wood, so that's gonna take a while. We got all day tomorrow.
All right, you guys, good morning, good morning. So I just wanted to give you guys a quick update here at the chicken coop. So today is the day we're going to be installing the rest of the rafters here. I'll give you all a better look here from the side. But I've got the ones on the chicken coop all squared away. And I ran into a little bit of an issue since I didn't follow the plans for the run here. So I have to put another piece of plywood going to the peak of the rafter there. But I'm going to wait until the very end to do that and just put a piece of plywood up there and trace it out, because the plans that I have don't match up with the actual cuts that I have to make. So, and another issue I'm running into, the plans call for a 19.5-inch overhang on the rafters. And I noticed that on the run here, that's going to be too much and my peaks are not going to line up. So I'm going to start at the very back side and get kind of a measurement to where all of the peaks are lined up. And then I'm going to just pre-cut everything, put them all up. Then lastly, put the piece of plywood up, and then I'm going to put the purlins on, hopefully by the end of the weekend, and then it'll be time for the roof, and this thing will be about accomplished. This thing will be about finished, y'all. So stay tuned. It's going to be a lot of cutting, a lot of hanging rafters today, but hopefully we can get all of this done and get this project wrapped up. So stay tuned. All right, you guys, so I just wrapped up pre-cutting all of my rafter pieces here. I got 2 in each little stack. I'm gonna set these up on my little table here, screw them all together. I've also got my little triangle braces here pre-cut, and I'm gonna assemble all those, and then we're gonna head up and install them. All right, you guys, so we've got all of the remaining 5 rafters pre-cut, pre-assembled. Now we're going to take them over here and install them. So I'm gonna start, my original plan was to start over there, but I'm starting over on this side now to make sure everything aligns properly. So let's do it. Love that.
All right, you guys. Hello again. I have definitely been lacking this week. I'm not gonna dive too much into it, but yeah, I've been struggling, and a lot of it has to do with this new medication that I've started on, and I'm not gonna dive into that right yet. I'm not really ready, or I just don't feel like it's the right time. So, but I will, I'm sure, talk about it soon, because it is a big part of kind of what's been, I don't know, it's just been, I've been really struggling this week. So I haven't gotten done nearly everything that I wanted to get done. But the important thing is that I am up and trying today. So I'm going to head back out to the shed and get back to work on that. And luckily, Andy is offering to help. I feel like he's at a good stopping point with the chicken coop. So he's gonna help and kind of get me motivated to get back in there. And hopefully we're gonna tag team it and tackle a big portion today. We don't have that much room left on the trailer, so we'll see what we can get done. Let's get to it. I just wonder if stuff like this, people who like collect cars or old cars, Detroit Transmission Division of General Motors, Michigan, made in USA, is still in the box. This is like super old car part. I have no idea what this is or what to do with it.
Yeah, it's like an old chair seat.
Oh, that's on the tractor. That's cool. Should we keep that?
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
That'd be a cool wall art.
Yeah.
I've got a little stack right there.
Is it the wall art?
Y'all, I won't judge. If anyone watching this, do you ever seen or do you remember this brand of dog food? Ready Rations dog food nuggets. Let me know. I've never seen that. That's so cool. So they had a doggy here. Oh. So guys, I don't know if you heard me outside, but I just saw there was a plaque on that big metal barrel that we carried out, and it said it was an old canner that they used to can their stuff from the garden in back in the day. So we're definitely gonna keep that. That's really, really cool. You guys, I just put that broken pot in the trailer, and I looked in there, I was like, there was some dirt in the bottom, and I was like, there's something white. And there is a tooth, you guys, an actual tooth. To me, that doesn't look like an animal tooth.
It does.
Does it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's so
right.
pointy. Let me see it. Did you show them the pointy part?
That's the root.
Oh.
That's definitely a human tooth.
That's a human tooth, yeah. I thought that was a fang.
No, like it goes like this. That's a human tooth!
That's not the first one we found here.
No, it's
either.
not. I don't like it.
Oh, this brings me joy, you guys. Check this out. So I found an old Victor trap in that drum I just carried out. And if y'all don't know, I love to trap. Grew up trapping. And you can see this old foothold trap is a Victor. I've got a couple of these old traps. Let's see if it still works. Look at that. It still sets. Check it out, you guys. Look at that.
Oh, gosh.
Whoa.
Whoa.
How cool is that?
They don't make stuff like that anymore.
Old Victor, baby.
Jeez.
Let me see.
He wanted me to throw it away. You guys, I just pried this old rusty can open, and look what's in there. Do y'all see that shining on camera? It's a can full of diamonds.
What is it?
What are they? It's some like seriously
I don't know.
like valuable
Let me shine my light on it.
gemstone.
Is it coal?
No.
What is that?
I don't know.
Let me see in the can.
The can is just chock full of it.
I don't know.
It's like one of those geodes that people break open, I think. I don't know. Wait, shine it in the can so they can see it on the light. You can't really see it.
There you go. Hold up. Go back. They can't really see it. We'll show y'all out in the light.
Whoa. All right, you guys. I am sweaty, hot, and it is getting late. So I put in a few more hours here in the shed, and I don't know if you guys can tell the difference or not, but we did find some pretty cool stuff that we're gonna keep, and there's a lot of trash. So much debris all over the floor is the main thing, and parts of the floor are falling in. So the rest of this is definitely gonna take a whole clean trailer load, so we're gonna focus on how the heck to go dump all this stuff and then give my mom the stuff that I think she might want to keep, and then we'll start over one more time and we should have this thing pretty cleaned out. the more of the big stuff that we've gotten out, the more you can see that it is just debris everywhere, all over the floors. And over on this side, you can see where the floor is actually, it's completely missing over in this corner. All this rubble to clean up, and then see whatever is up there. This is a monumental moment here. We've pulled up to my mom's. My mom is coming out. I'm gonna show her the half of the trailer that is full of stuff that I figured for sure she wants to get her hands on. So we're gonna see how this goes. Hopefully it's smooth, and the goal is to leave town with a completely empty trailer. She's already coming out.
How many snakes have you seen? I got me a horn to toot, toot, toot. Toot, I'll take that too. Did the big barrel in the shed have salt in it?
Yes.
Well, let me tell you why. Because they took saltwater baths. The well was right there. They filled up that big old tub, wood tub. It was about this tall. And they put salt in it and the water. Remember Petticoat Junction when all those girls would get in there and they'd be swinging their little slippers around and stuff? Petticoat Junction.
God. All right, we're pulling up to the dump. We're definitely gonna have some more trips here, but I am pretty proud of my mom, and she didn't take that much stuff off of the trailer, so that's good. We're all decluttering, and it's great. It's a beautiful thing. Are you excited to unload this stuff in the dump here?
Thrilled. Just love the dump on a Friday.
Yes. Woo-hoo.